Hi, this is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. This is Tristan. He's a Corgi. We're here for an episode of Conversations with a Corgi. So the new computer is about 90. Okay, now we have a connection. Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. This is Tristan. He's a Corgi, and this is an episode of Conversations with a Corgi. So my new computer is about 90% working, so that's good. I still can't get to the dashboard, which is pretty much a big problem with a computer. I don't know where it is. And my father, who passed away a week ago, is now settled, and he is a guardian angel for my mom, and so I'm returned from that. And today is Valentine's Day, which is interesting to me today because it reminds us about what the role of dogs is in our lives. Dogs are so important to so many of us, and even if we have a partner, dogs can still be a really critical part of the love that you have in your life. And they are uniquely wired in their brains to be able to love us and help us feel love and to receive love from us. And there is lots of research coming out in the last even 5 years proving this, and also suggesting that no other animal has this ability that dogs have. One of the things that we're starting to come to realize is that humans did not cute, let's tame him and maybe he can help us. But in fact, the wolves were the smart ones who were eating our scraps, following us around, and then they had much more tolerance for humans than the other wolves, and that led them to be breeding more, quote, friendly wolves, so that eventually we befriended them. Somebody did along the way, but it was the wolves who had... Okay, we're back. So that's good news for us because animals, dogs in particular, really want to be with us. They really, really enjoy being with us. And the other interesting new research about dogs that they're discovering, because now we can do MRIs on their brain to get quote unquote objective data. All of us know this to be true. But when you offer your dog a treat, would he rather have the treat or would he rather have your praise? And something like 68% of dogs prefer praise, or 68% of the time, all dogs prefer praise to treats, no matter what the treat is. And that's not even necessarily seeing you, just hearing your voice is a reward to your dog. So that just underscores how important it is to be able to talk to your dog. And this is why I love the sports that I do with dogs. Rally encourages you to talk to your dogs while you're doing all the different tests. And agility, same thing. I mean, so much of agility is nonverbal, where you're pointing to jumps, showing in your body language where you're going and how you're getting there. But a lot of it's verbal too. And dogs are just geniuses. And I remember when I was much younger, 20, this is a long time ago, they were saying that dogs and other animals were stupid because if we pointed, they couldn't understand the relationship between where we were pointing and that there was something there for them, which is just ridiculous because now they've shown with wolves and with dogs, and I know this with horses too, that you can point and they understand it and they go to that place, and then you give them a reward and they can learn to follow our body language. And I am sure somebody like my niece, who spends a lot of time training her cats, she would probably argue that if she points to 2 places where there are treats, her cats will go there and investigate. So this is another suggestion that animals want to cooperate with us, want to be with us, and understand us. And so today, Valentine's Day. Hey, Danny, you are so cold up there. I can't even believe the pictures I've seen on the news. Don't let those corgis out without a leash so you can reel them back in. What dogs remind us, particularly today, is to put love into the world. You know, it's really important to us to give love like dogs give us to everything we do in our lives. You know, and when you just meet somebody in the grocery store and they're hogging up the aisle and you can't get by, instead of being mad and slamming your cart into their cart, just like take a minute and take a deep breath and send love to them and say, you know, I really need to get by, silently to yourself, and you will find 9 times out of 10 they move. Same goes with traffic. I had a horrendous drive to New Jersey for my dad's funeral. And I mean, there was no use in being angry because there was nothing that was going to stop an accident that had happened in the parking lot that I was sitting in. But if I kept my yogi breathing going and kept sending love and saying, I need to get somewhere, it's really important, cars just cleared and I could drive through. I mean, I wasn't going 80, I was going 30, but at least I was moving. So it's really, really important to be able to put love into the world in everything you do in your day. And dogs teach us this more than any other things. Right, Tristan? He says, oh yes, I'm a Corgi full of love. And, you know, not all dogs like to be, quote, snuggled the way we snuggle them. But certainly Tristan's pretty happy sitting here on my lap as long as I don't squeeze him like this. He does not like that. Did you see how he holds his breath every time I do that? He'll never get used to it because he doesn't like it. It's scary. So today our message for Valentine's Day is to put love into the world wherever you go and whatever you do, and try to carry that on beyond just Valentine's Day, because Gandhi reminds us to be the change you want to see in the world. You know, be the kind of person that you want to have in your life, and you will attract that kind of person. And the same goes with, if you put love in all the world around you, you will have peace in all your relationships with every person and animal that you come across. And it is a profound shift in your experience of the world. And it's a wonderful way to live. So the music has died on my other phone. It just won't hold the charge. And when I feel brave after this ordeal with the new computer, I will be getting a new iPhone so that these videos will be like 1,000 times better. But I am not prepared to do that for at least a month because the old computer is still my primary computer, and I'm not willing to have to face this problem with the phone, because unlike with the computers, the phones are like, have a phone, that phone's dead, now you have a new phone. You can't do that unless you're prepared to cope with the new phone. So everybody have a great day. Stay warm wherever you are, and remember to give back to the world all the love that the dogs and cats and horses and people in your life bring to you. Thanks for joining us, and I don't know when we'll be back. Things are kind of crazy right now, but we'll see you soon. Have a great day.